Hey everyone, welcome to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I've got a $20 budget stock up from the Dollar General. It is time to make sure that pantry is stocked up full. So today we were able to run into Dollar General and I did a $20 budget haul to get things into the pantry. They didn't have everything I was looking for, but I was able to get quite a few things to just get into the pantry and make sure we have what we need. So let's jump in and see what we got. All right, so the first thing we grabbed were a couple of the Hungry Jack potatoes. These were only $1, and that's a super good deal. They also sell them at the Dollar Tree, but they are $1.25, and those prices are headed up. So making sure we are stocked up on the things that we use all the time, things that we just need in the pantry. We want to make sure that it is full as possible. As prices keep going up, we need to make sure we've got what we need. These are wonderful. We use them in tons of recipes. You can just rehydrate them with water, add onions and peppers, cook them in a fry pan. We like to add them to breakfast casseroles. There's just tons of uses for them. So we like to have those. These are not going to last long term in your pantry unless you repackage them. I put them in mason jars and just vacuum seal them, and they will last for decades because these don't have any fats or oils added to them. It is just dried potatoes, which is great. I love that. And then I also grabbed a box of angel hair. This was the only shape of pasta they had for $1. Everything else was $1.24 to $1.75, depending on the brand. And so I grabbed a box of angel hair because any kind of pasta in the pantry is definitely good. It stretches out those meals and it's pretty affordable. So we want to make sure we've got all those things to really stretch those meals out and get as far as we can. And then I also grabbed a couple boxes of the macaroni and cheese. These were under $1, I think 85 cents a piece. And all the other macaroni and cheeses, all the other brands were well over $1, close to $2. So I grabbed these just to have them in the pantry. You can add a little ground beef. You can add hot dogs, chicken, so many different things. You can make a chili mac with it, just tons of stuff. So having mac and cheese can be super handy. The next thing is baking soda because it has so many uses. It's great in the garden. It's great for cleaning. It is great for tons of stuff. So we like to have a decent amount of baking soda. The next thing I grabbed was just a couple of spices, some cayenne pepper and onion powder. Their spices, the Clover Valley ones, were $1 a piece, most of them, but all the other brands were way over $1, $3, $4, some of them. So we want to be looking at those prices and getting the things in. And a lot of times I just buy the single spices because I can mix my own blends and it saves a ton of money. So learning how to make your own blends is definitely the way to go to save money. They just take minutes to throw together. It's really easy. And then I grabbed a couple cans of soup. We grabbed the home-style clam chowder. Soups are wonderful on the shelf when you're sick. I don't think you can have too much soups because you just keep eating them, especially if everyone in the house is sick. You're going through tons of soup. So just trying to get something into everybody. So I grabbed a clam chowder and I also grabbed a country home-style chicken noodle to have that on the shelf. We want to make sure we've got all the things that everybody likes. And the next thing I grabbed was a pound of brown rice. Brown rice does not last long term, so you want to make sure that you are not overstocking on brown rice. Your regular long grain white rice, packaged properly, will last long term, but this won't because it's got way too many oils in it and it will go rancid over time. So we don't keep more than we're going to use in about 6 months in the pantry. So the rest of this is not food, but all handy stuff to have in the pantry, definitely. I grabbed a gallon of bleach for $1. That is a super good deal. Clorox bleach at our local stores, or even the store brand stuff, is $4 or $5 a gallon. So this is a super good deal. Great for cleaning. I wouldn't use this to clean my water. Just, I don't know. I don't trust it. Not on anything that I'm going to drink. If you use a little bit in water to help clean it, then I would definitely go with Clorox. You can keep the tabs also. Those are pretty affordable and they last a long time because they're all dehydrated. So that's great. Let's see. The next thing I grabbed, they had a 2-pack of toothbrushes and they come with the little cases on top, which is great if you need toothbrushes for your emergency bags, go bags, anything like that. Having a little cover for them is great and wonderful, or you can get the fold-up ones, but these were 2 for $1 and I love 2 for $1. That's always the best. You want to get the best deal you can, as much as you can, for what little bit of money we actually can afford to get. And then I got a pack of 10 heavy-duty plates. These are the coated ones. One of my kids can't stand these coated ones. They do not like the texture of it, but these work great if you've got something really saucy. So I like the cheaper paper ones because you get a lot bigger pack, but having some of these is handy. So if you've got that saucy kind of meal that's really wet, you don't want it running through all over the place and the plate ripping and all that. So having a few different kinds can be super helpful. And then we also grabbed a pack of just Ziploc bags. So we have those in the pantry. We use them, tons of stuff. We organize little things in them. We use them to store, you know, extra whatever, cheese, veggies, something, or just toss it in the fridge with it. Works out great. So we do like to have plenty of those in stock, and we get all different kinds of sizes so we can do all different kinds of things with them. And then we found a little first aid bandage kit. There was 30 bandages in here. Let's see, flexible, breathable, non-stick pads, latex free. So that's great. It's just a little, like a Altoids container, just a teeny little metal tin, and it's chock full of Band-Aids. So can't beat that. 30 Band-Aids is a good deal for $1. I did grab a box of Band-Aids as well, the fabric ones, and you get 30 of those in there also, the Rexall. So having plenty of bandages is important. Our first aid supplies, if we need to take care of things at home, we need to make sure we have all the stuff to do it. And then, let's see, I also grabbed a small pack of assorted plastic silverware. These are great when you're conserving water. If the grid is down, anything like that, and you've got to hand wash dishes, you're going to want some plastic stuff that you can just toss to save you time in those moments when you don't have tons of time. And when you don't have tons of water, we have had the water down for a while before, a couple of days, and I will tell you, not having to wash all those silverware and plates really is helpful. And then I also grabbed a pack of wooden matches. I love to have plenty of matches. You got to light fires for all sorts of stuff in an emergency. If you're lighting candles for light, or lighting fires for heat, cooking, heating up water, anything that you need to light a fire for, matches are super handy. I don't think you can have too many. And lighters go bad in your pantry if they just sit for a really long time. That liquid evaporates out of there, but your matches aren't going to go bad as long as you keep them dry. They're going to be just fine. And the last thing that I grabbed was just an extra body wash to make sure we have that in the house. We like to have plenty of all the things that we use. I have one kid that has really sensitive skin, and this is the only stuff he likes. So everybody else uses like homemade body wash, but this one, his skin is super sensitive, so this is his favorite. So we always keep plenty of that on hand. And that is it for my $20 stock up. It was just under $20. I think it was $19.87 for all of this stuff, which is great. And just getting as much into the pantry and making sure everything we need is topped off. If we're prepared and our pantries are full, there's no need to stress over it, which is wonderful. So we're ready for emergencies. We're ready for everyday stuff, sickness, job loss, whatever, we'll get through it. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.